professional. I am Lou.
Ashley.
D. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll start with our gratitude moment. So, y'all, it's spring, bitches. Okay. Hello. Okay. Hallelujah. Okay. We got sun. We got heat. My God, just forget it. Doris, like the real Doris is out right now because during the winter time, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Maybe I should name her. I don't know who that is, but it's not me. I'm out to play. I'm super, super grateful hearing birds chirping. Yeah. The fuck? I love that shit.
Mr. Softy's outside.
Mr. Softy. Although Mr. Softy be coming in early in the game. 1 degree above
the sunlight, and he's out here. Okay?
But it gives you hope.
It's a
spring couldn't come soon enough.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so excited to get crazy in these streets. I mean, of course, we're still in COVID, so with the mask.
Stay safe.
Yes. These rules are getting crazy though. Like we had a wild experience at the Smith. It was like every time the waiter came, you had to put your mask on. Every time they were taking a plate, you had to put your mask on. I'm like, this is too much. Like I might as well dine in if I have to be under this much stress. We had to order. Listen, I have a table. Why do I have to order my food before my drinks? Give me my drink. What?
He was passing those things like you had a whole disease.
It was a lot. It was a lot. That was definitely the most complicated like experience I've had in a restaurant thus far. But you know, it's springtime. So I don't care.
We'll take it.
I don't care.
You know what? I'm gonna piggyback off of you. I'm just grateful for sundress season. We out here. In my mind, I'm going to mad backyard barbecue parties. Like we're drinking frosés, like all just cool brunches.
Frosé icy.
Yes,
all day, every day.
Outside, like tanning. Like I get like 3 shades dark in the summertime. Like I have to change my whole foundation and everything. I'm sorry.
Your melanin is there. Don't worry.
It's deep in there. It's there, but it's deep. It likes to hide in there, but
we're gonna activate it this summer because we're gonna be out here. And if y'all never experienced like a New York summer, like
baby,
so
we get wild because we spend so much time in the cold and the snow. Yeah,
we do.
So we make it count.
We listen. It makes like I don't really want to give myself away. But sometimes you just gotta have because everybody's going to the beach. Something popped up, and the random pop-ups are the best ones. Like the unplanned, I just heard about this.
That spontaneous hit up.
Brooklyn is good for that. I will give it to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn do be doing it, and I'm about to be far from Brooklyn, but Brooklyn will still see me that once in a while because it really does its thing when it comes to that, and it has really good venues. Farhana's gonna be living right by the Mirage.
Oh wow!
And that's a great venue, so we about to be fucking that up constantly all the time.
Yeah. I am grateful.
Well, I'm gonna shift gears a little.
Okay.
Let's go.
Because I don't know what y'all been noticing in the news, but at least I'm grateful for a man that don't put himself up on a pedestal. Like Derek Jackson. So, I don't have a man out here saying he don't cheat, this, that, and the third, giving out advice left and right, and he's not taking care of home. So, I'm just grateful for that.
Okay. Listen, less stress.
I'm grateful.
You are preaching
for a good guy.
You are preaching to a choir because listen. Well, let me say the choir might not be as big on your side than it is on the other. Let's be clear there. Let's be clear. The choir on the other side is more expensive.
Get it out.
It's more expensive.
You got a time over here.
Okay, but there is a choir. There is.
Should not take a sip of water at that time. Oh my goodness.
I'm story, but like the truth is the truth, okay? Because the rampant amount of like these people that are just saying one thing and doing a whole nother,
not living in their
is
truth.
literally the environment that we're in. Like, it's the social media environment, it's this environment. Like, people just like do one thing, say one thing, and then they be like, oh yeah, I don't live that, but like whatever, it's
but
cool.
I can tell you
read my
something on
book,
it.
read this book,
Read my book.
We're about to do this process all over again.
Buy my card king for couples.
Yes.
Not me. Yet when somebody else does it, oh, they're not close to God. They're not as close to God as you. So they're wrong. You're right. Like, you're okay doing it.
For someone who's been living under a rock, let's give a brief overview of who Derek Jackson is and why he speaks in third person and all of that.
I used to follow him.
You were a believer.
I was a believer. I was part of the Jackson fam.
Is that what they call it?
No, Team Jackson.
Team Jackson.
Okay.
Team Jackson.
Yeah, because Jackson fam ain't that taken. Oh, Jackson fam is taken. They have to change it up.
But at any rate,
Yeah.
Listen. So who's gonna give that overview?
All right, I'll give it. You can fill in where I may be lacking as a avid follower. So he's, I guess, a self-appointed relationship expert, guru, whoever, who gives advice to women on how they should be treated by men, what to look out for, what to avoid, all that stuff. And he has written books about it. He has done card games as far as relationships concerned. I guess based off of his experience.
A whole empire.
Yes. With his wife and what they've gone through, and I guess past infidelity, but it has come out now that he has.
But 2 years passed, right? It was like a 2 year or 4 years passed. 4 years past problem.
Jeez.
Something along those lines, y'all.
It's been years.
It's been years, and they resolved those issues.
So the mistress came out and gave all the tea. And so now, you know, he and his wife, who we've never known, I knew about him. Never knew the man was married, anything like that. They came out as a joint press conference with the super strong
Yes.
with bonded to salvation or something.
With no bra on either. Like, she was probably sleeping.
So he woke her up and said, let's do this. The whole world is seeing.
He had to catch her in that little meditation moment of still in between phases.
In between sleep phase.
Before she could actually think about what was happening.
Yes.
And listen, you want to wear a plastic bag and call it fashion, that's your business. But we also can't pretend like we don't live in this age where you're judged for how you look. You don't need to be all up here with the way his baddie mistress
and it's not
did.
even that. It's like the energy that she put in says it all. Like, fine, whatever, you wear your little bonnet, your little shit, cool, that's fine on a regular, but you literally are going on camera to talk about solidarity with your husband, right? Like, you are putting out your energy, standing tall, right? Like, I'm standing tall with this decision. This is how you present yourself. Like, this is the amount of energy that you put in.
That sums up everything. She don't give no fucks.
None. She over that.
No fucks.
She's over it. She
out.
She is trying to garnish. She's trying to garnish them coins. Is what's happening. Because without this empire that he's got, right? Like, that's their monies. That's their coins. Yeah. That's her children's future.
It's true. But I feel like there's so many different things to dissect in it. We could talk about the woman always there and standing by her cheating spouse. And we've seen that time and time again, whether it's in the Oval Office or someone like him.
Anywhere, in the projects, in the suburbs, in the White House, in the Pentagon. It's everywhere, y'all. Everywhere. That shit is rampant like COVID.
I'm happy I didn't sip water at that time.
I can't. Yes. It's a pandemic.
It's a pandemic. No, it's actually a huge social problem.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like, we must be monogamous, but like, we need to talk about this better. Like, we need to communicate much better. We need to come up with strategies as a partnership. If this is not what you're looking for, if monogamy is not right for you, if you know that your desires are too strong, that you need more than that one, then my dude, don't get married. Just don't do it. Don't get married, or get married to someone that has those same values, that accepts that lifestyle. They're out there. Let's talk about it. And then create an empire telling everybody else that they're wrong for the mistakes that they're making. Meanwhile, you're out here pulling these same stunts.
I think my issue is the hypocrisy of it all.
Me too.
Because he has gone in on people, like, just gone in, rightfully so. But really, he could have been talking to a mirror and the conversation could have been the same.
Same exact thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
How many celebrities has he put out there?
Yeah.
Listen, and I'm sorry, we need to hold people accountable. Like, if you are going to preach something, if you're going to stand by, like, you need to be real. Like, we can't keep accepting anybody to be their hypocrisy. We can't accept. We have to stand up for the truth. Let's be truthful. Own up to who you are.
And own it in, like, okay, so this is what's been going on. If that's, so people can feel like you're real, you're legitimate, as opposed to you're being found out and now you gotta backtrack.
And empathize with them because you're one of them.
And
like,
don't try to lie
with the cheater,
after. Like,
at least because you are one of them.
It's true.
He was trying to lie beforehand, saying we were separated.
He could have gotten true.
We were separated.
Yeah, you're lying.
Craig, you ain't gotta lie.
And it's like people will follow you. Even if you had that other perspective, like you could make that perspective work. But no, what happens is you're inauthentic. You chose a perspective that you knew was gonna sell. And that was it. And that was it. So, Nabu.
But listen, when it all goes wrong, at the end of the day, if you bring it to God, it's like all is well.
Don't bring God into that.
Don't do it.
Don't bring God
into that. God does not stand for this type of nonsense. No. Because God is about truth. Let's be honest. God is just about truth and honesty and owning things. Yes. And he don't own nothing with his third person account.
Clean heart.
Because we don't even know what his opinions are. We only know the third person opinions of him.
But I believe you come with a clean heart, you actually own it, and you're actually remorseful, that's somewhere where we can build from.
Yeah.
But when you're starting to place blame on other things or feel like this is a test, no, that's you lacking self-control. The Lord didn't send a Jezebel your way to see how strong your faith is.
And don't you love how they make it about a Jezebel? And it's always the Jezebel. It's always this Jezebel. It's always the woman that somehow the woman made it impossible for him to hold his vows true.
Multiple times in the bed.
That little snake out here coming in. Little bullshit.
She told you to bring that woman into your home.
You probably chased her down. You wore her down until she couldn't say no to you no more. You made her believe you was out here for her.
And separated.
So that's another thing. It gets so convoluted, this whole, they're separated. Like the whole Rachel and Ross, we were on a break. What does that mean? Like, what are the
It's the cop-out, too. It's like all of a sudden, because y'all were having trouble. Half the time, they're probably not even really separated. Yeah. They're just, we were having a bad time.
Yeah, like I went to go to my mom's house for a weekend or two.
If you didn't communicate that clearly as a couple, don't give me no bullshit about no separation. It's nonsense. Like, it's nonsense. Unless y'all said, we're going to take a legit break. We're living apart. And don't be going out there getting some pussy, going on, the day after. I just moved into my mama's house. And the day after, I don't too much know.
All I know from personal experience, when I hear someone saying, I'm separated from my wife,
red flag.
Never again. Never
red
again.
flag. It's not true.
They're not really separated.
It's not true. They're in their mind and maybe in their spirit.
That's the wife.
Maybe for that day or
for that evening.
He was separated. She wasn't. How about that?
Yeah.
And they find stories to try and prove these theories of singledom. They believe it.
Yeah.
They believe it. Oh, because you sleeping on the couch? She put you on the couch for that week? That's why?
And how dare
That's
he
not how it
brought
works.
that woman into the home
Yes.
of his family.
Yes. That's not like
It's
a
next
lack of
level
judgment.
disrespect.
You just showing your ass.
Yeah, shown it all
Yeah.
all the way.
Right.
And mind you, you did it. You made a career off of like repairing it, blah, blah, blah. You did your thing. And then you're going to go. This is just the one, by the way, that we've found out about. I'm not sold that this is your only indiscretion. Okay? This is going on. You probably, have the ear of all these other ones and they don't want to put themselves out there to the media. Bless you, ladies. I understand. But she ain't your first. She ain't your first. This is your lifestyle. This is a lifestyle. I'm not buying it. Yeah, I'm not buying it. Like, this is your lifestyle.
Yeah, multiple. I think it also becomes an issue when I was listening to, like, because everyone's had a hot take. There's this almost like a separation of what you're attracted to and what you choose to marry.
Ooh.
Because
preach, girl.
For some dudes, they will marry and wife up, because sometimes it'd be like, I don't think he grew up like fly. I feel like he was probably a lame, but that's neither here nor there.
He was definitely a lame.
That's neither here nor there.
He getting picked on in the playground.
Yeah, he probably picked up some along the way, and all of a sudden he's sexual chocolate, fine, whatever. But there are those dudes who
he got himself a beard.
Basically along those lines. Woo! Where it's like the perfect girl who is shy, timid. She actually believes the things the Bible says, so she's gonna stick with you no matter what. She doesn't really put her body out there, whether she has a shape underneath or not. She's not gonna leave you. She's gonna hold you down. She's gonna put
stay at home with the babies. She's gonna take them on a play date.
All of that. She's gonna put the house in her name. If you need her to hold it down, she's gonna be your ride or die. And she's the safe one who's never gonna go anywhere.
Stay at home for a week. Stay at home for a week by herself.
That's what it
okay,
and
while you travel.
Be the one that a lot of men are going to tempt her because of the way she carries herself. But really, you want the fly chick who's going to probably give you a headache, who likes to be out here, who likes to travel, who does all of that. It's like you can't have both, because you want to do all this with this one out here that makes you look good, but because the one over here isn't going anywhere.
Because you have this image to keep up.
She might not even think you're out here
cheating. Also, this idea of like God doesn't support women that are this way. It's like, no, just because a female likes to be sexy, likes to be fun, likes to have a good time, and lives a different lifestyle, that doesn't somehow make her not worthy of God's love, or that she doesn't love God, or she doesn't have a relationship with God, and she can't uphold a fucking family. Like, that's not true. These are lies that they perpetuate, okay, so that they can have this safe life, because they have weak egos, okay? They have they're weak, period. Let's just say what it is, okay? They can't handle a woman who's out here, who's putting you on your toes all the time. You need to you have to just give parts of yourself in different areas, because that's the only way that you can feel okay. Because if you have to strip yourself and be your full you, have a full experience, you can't handle that.
No.
There's also this toxic Christianity thing that plays into it as well. Ooh. Where I feel
so passionate
sometimes the woman just have to submit to the man, and I feel like he really plays on that in their marriage.
He's definitely a gaslighter. I see that 100%. Gaslighter, manipulator, like completely narcissistic. Like, his poor wife. Honestly, I'm just gonna say, because I mean, obviously we don't know the depths of their relationship, so we're just making assumptions of what we know. But
she can't hold her boundaries as far as we know right now.
Right.
This is the second time she's taking him back.
She is convicted of what he's saying. And she
has evidence that he is not. She has evidence that he is not.
Fully forgave him.
Yes, she's completely over. Like, I feel like when people say that, like, oh, this doesn't bother me, this doesn't faze me, they're so quick to be like, no, it's okay if you're just taking it moment by moment, if you're dealing with it like we're working through it, we want our privacy, but you out here like campaigning for this man.
It was so fake.
It was so fake.
It was so fake.
Like, it's just this like, I don't know. I don't understand because also at the same time, I'm seeing zero evidence. There's nothing that's been talked about what it is that's actually happening for her to feel like this will not happen again. This hasn't been addressed. It's
God's working on it.
It's all, it's all this ethereal, like God, the energies, the strength. Like he should have had that strength because he was already a man of God, wasn't he? Right? So where's this new strength coming from? I want answers to where this additional strength is being purchased, acquired, passed down on from. Like, give me something to actually think that you should be forgiving him. Because I'm not saying that, you cheat, and I'm not telling anybody what to do. If you if you feel like forgiving is the move, 100%. But there has to be something that tells you either you're going to be okay with being cheated on, which fine. It's not cheating if you know what's happening.
Right.
Okay? That means that you guys have a different lifestyle. Okay?
Right.
However, it's either that or what? You need to give me evidence of change. Like, what is it? What are the rules of the game? What are the rules of the game? What is it that's happening?
She brought him back when she saw that change in his mindset.
Oh, the narcissist mindset.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that like manipulates all these things. That mindset.
Love bombed you, like they usually do. Love bombed you, and then you come right
talk
back.
About love bomb. Say a little.
What is that about?
What love bombing is.
You can explain to me like I'm in third grade. I don't know what that is.
It's like when they show you all this love and attention.
Oh,
they like overload you. They overload
like they
you.
Sweep you off your feet, kind of thing.
And then you get and this is the cycle of narcissism. Then you're back in, you're sucked in, and all of a sudden you see this switch and change in them.
And you're
but you're like, wait a minute though, they do love me. They did all of these things for me.
Correct. Got it.
So that's how that cycle just keeps on going,
and
keeps on perpetuating.
Right.
So I'm sure he just love bombed her. Go ahead and threw some God here and God here, threw some biblical verses at her, and then she's like, okay, he's changed,
and threatened her safety. Let's be honest. Like threatened her safety. And I don't mean like physical, like he's physical.
Right.
I know you guys want to know, but to clarify to the crowd, like I don't mean physical safety, but there as human beings, there's a level, and we don't know where that, everybody, the human needs, everybody has the same human needs, but we categorize them differently. And looking at her, safety is at the top of her list, okay? And there are things, I'm sure, because he already knows that. And he's clear that he knows these concepts. That's why he's good at what he does, okay? Right. That's why he's good at what he does. So what did he do? Threaten her safety somehow.
Your Maslow
love bombed her and threatened her safety.
Of needs. Your Maslow hierarchy of needs.
Correct.
Yes.
First step of needs, security, safety, food, shelter.
And let's not forget there are kids involved too.
Safety and security. And that's the other word I was looking for. Security.
Yes. People will make a lot of allowances in the name of keeping stability for the children.
Yeah, I was about to say, forget the children.
Those little people are so in tune with what's really going on. You don't even have to tell them, and they know.
They know.
Something's wrong. Daddy's not doing this. Mommy's feeling this way. Why is she always quiet in the corner crying? All this stuff. Why? They know. So if you think this is a healthy environment just by physically being in the same household, it's not.
It's a lie.
It's not.
No.
I'm not saying it's
lie.
easy by any stretch, especially if he is the sole breadwinner and obviously they're going to have a love for their father or whatever. But baby, if you think this is you're just going to endure for them, don't do it. Don't do it.
Listen, just like anything good in life, okay? Sometimes it's hard at first, but you endure for the gains later. It's just like a little workout, okay? That shit is hard as fuck in the beginning. You'll be sore, all this shit.
Out of breath.
I'm sore right now, out of breath. You're questioning your whole life. You may even throw up a little, but guess what? at the end of it, your muscles are stronger. You're
Within
out
a week's
here.
time,
Like, you
you'll
don't
see the
feel the
difference.
same. You
You
do the
ready for
same
the
thing.
summer?
Dude.
Yeah.
Are we kidding? Yo.
Oh God.
Someone gotta be out here for the hot girl summer because Meg is wiped up. All these people is wiped up. So I'm gonna need her to step it up and get it together. Honestly, stay, don't stay. You gotta choose you. And I think that's what it just so happened.
Oh wow.
I think that she has to above the relationship, above him and his status and how he's out here. She needs to make sure she's getting what she needs out of the relationship. She needs to make sure she has a positive relationship with herself so that she can identify what she wants and needs and stand in that truth. Like, you weren't giving me this before, and this is what I need now.
Yeah. Correct.
You know? But also know that you can't look for everything outside of yourself.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And I'm sorry, it just can't all be God. God is great, but God needs you to take action. Like, God needs you to see the reality of things. And honestly, God oftentimes puts that in front of you, right? To try and get you to realize, like, where your next step of growth is.
Yeah, that's the real test.
That's the real test. Where is it that you're growing here?
Yeah.
He'll drop it, and you guys have to work on it and work from there.
Correct.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Exactly. And sometimes, like, I think sometimes when you're like, sometimes I feel like when people are really deep, like in religion, let me not say God, because I feel deep in God, but when people are deep in religion, sometimes they miss the signs, the essences, the real things that are being brought down.
Correct.
Okay, like really brought down by God. Like, they're not those rules. The universe and God is creative as fuck. There are no specific rules.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so many iterations. We're different. We have different scenarios. We have different backgrounds. We have different souls. Like, there is no prescribed truth. You need to tune in and see what your actual truth is, given your situation.
Right.
And different soulmates.
Oh my God, yes, there are multiples.
She could find another soulmate. She don't gotta be with him.
She sure don't.
And I think because they've been together, since college.
Yeah, that's tough.
He knows her.
Yeah.
He knows her and he knows how to work her. And that might be like the only man she knows.
Correct, and that makes it really hard. And
well, it's time now.
Let me tell you, if 2021 has taught you anything, girl, make the moves you never thought you could before.
There's so much girl power now. There's so much support. There's so, like, we gotta do this. And we have to show them motherfuckers that they got to stop. Okay? Because until we really stand up, okay, as a tribe, this ain't gonna end. And I'm not preaching monogamy. I don't know if that's the way to go. What I'm saying is we have to be honest as a couple. We have to communicate. These can't be secrets to be had. That's a level of disrespect that's just, it's too deep. It's just massively disrespectful. Like, as a human being, you're not respecting me.
Some people consider it like a form of abuse, which it can be.
It is a form of abuse.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just
perpetual cheating. It's a sign of abuse.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't. No one can change if they don't want to. Like, listen, if he doesn't want to change, he's not going to. He's just going to find more creative and clever ways to not get caught. Whether you got to put somebody on an NDA, whether got whatever.
Yes, exactly. They get mad creative.
There are ways.
And let's talk about the idea of, because this idea gets me super pissed off. When people are like, endure, it's fine. Eventually things are going to be okay. Oh, when he's old and tired and crippled, when nobody wants him, that's what I'm waiting for. To go with him to the doctor, to wipe his ass, to do all the hard work now later too, when we're old now. No, God, I need to have the good times and with the bad times. You're not going to just give me the bad times. That is not what we will be doing. Right. I will not sign up for. Count me out. Nada.
Walking out.
I get so pissed off when people say that. I'm like, wow. For what? You don't know when your last day is too. So you're going to compromise you could literally be compromising everything because at no moment your life is guaranteed. Like, and we're here to live our best life, our individual best life. If that other person's not helping you be better as an individual and vice versa, it's broken. It's broken. That means that you don't have an intimate, fulfilling relationship.
No, it's true.
Period.
It's true.
I think we gave amazing advice, better than Dirk Jackson.
Ooh. Yo, tune
it's
into
authentic.
Us, unsubscribe there, subscribe here. Okay.
It's way more authentic than him.
Yes, absolutely. Like, you know, authenticity. There's nothing really like authenticity. Authenticity.
You don't have to remember it. You don't have to
the real current. Keep up the story. You don't have to later talk about yourself in third person.
Okay. Okay.
That shit still takes me out. Like you're gonna comment on your own trash video that you made with your wife. You're gonna be like, yeah, that was trash, blah, blah. And then
another whole person,
a whole nother human being. He didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Eating that shit up.
Just a section of him. It's like this convenient way of like dicing yourself up into pieces. Like, no, bitch, it's the same. It's you.
That's true.
It's you.
You know when you just don't know what to do anymore, and he's like dying a slow death, so he's just trying to grab.
And then sell his book at the end.
Yeah.
He's like, but wait, and don't forget, I need your coins.
Yeah, but at a discount. Cause I'm looking out.
On sale.
Yo, listen, it should be on closeout. So.
Period.
Period. Listen, I can't.
I was so shocked. I unfollowed him so quick. I was like, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
And it would have been better if he even just came out and said it himself, something. But and it was just too long a period of time too. It wasn't like a little fuck up, like, oh man, you know. That, you know, the regular shit, like I was out, shit got steamy, I fucked up. But like now you're having full blown like 2-year relationships with people. Like you're taking them into your wife's house. You're doing disrespectful. She was pregnant by you. You're doing massively disrespectful shit. You didn't even make sure she was on birth control. Okay, you have a whole ass wife and you don't want to take some measures to make sure. Pull out, my dude. Come on, some boyfriends with their standard girlfriend, like regular ass shit, and people be wanting to pull out.
Ooh,
I've been there.
Passionate.
Yo, I've been there. It's like you show them your birth control, 99.99% effective, and they're like, I'm not taking that 0.01 chance.
No.
And you're married, and you can't do that.
You can get away with it.
You can't do that. You can't at least
be like, you know what? The girl to keep
I can't take no chances.
Because he knows what he can get away with. He would have, you know, laid it down real nice with the words and listen. He's not the first and he won't be the last.
He sure won't. Well, listen. Things are gonna keep getting harder. Things are gonna keep getting harder and harder as us women come together and build ourselves up. Where we have the confidence, all of us have the confidence to stand up for what the fuck we earn, like what we deserve. Own up to our value, our true value. My dude, I'm out here birthing children, like feeling like every bone in my body is breaking at the same time and huffing and puffing and throwing houses down. Are you kidding me? No.
So what do you guys think is going to happen to him? You think his career is going to thrive? Do you think it's going to just
It can go in so many directions. I feel
like in this
the crowd just don't be caring. They don't care about inauthenticity in the media. In the media, like people don't be caring about inauthenticity.
Pretty much everything. You just got to give enough time for people to think about something else.
Forget. But I don't know. I think it depends on his base. Like, you know, the type of people that follow him. Like,
well, some people,
I think people like us,
wife just because of the way she looks and dresses.
That's true too. That's true too.
And making
oh God, that's such a basic ass perspective right there.
Yeah.
Basic ass perspective. Because first of all, I don't know if she be putting on the sexiest ass lingerie when it's just him and her. Like, I don't fucking know. She might be throwing that pussy down like no one's ever thrown it.
Sure
wop. She whopping. We don't know.
And she might do all of that And he could still cheat.
Yep.
Correct.
Let's be clear.
Correct.
Let's
Correct.
be clear.
Correct. I mean, all these artists they could be beautiful, sexy, accomplished, all this shit. They
And
still get
still
cheated
not
on.
enough.
Oprah money and
Oprah
still
money
not
and
enough.
still get cheated
So
on.
what do they want? What do they want? What else? Like what else?
It's their
If
ego.
you're claiming for
It's their
monogamy, and these
ego.
are the people who are claiming for monogamy.
No, they want their wife to be submissive and monogamous.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Yes. They want the security that no one else is gonna have their wife.
Yes, you
Meanwhile,
can be
they're
filed.
out there doing
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Okay.
shit, guys. This is some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
It's
whole
just like nah.
another thing.
That's a whole nother social problem.
Yeah.
But it comes down from, this is ancestral issues. Like, this is like things that, you know, men have, you know, they're also, I'm not gonna say, but as a joint, men in general are victims of like creating this thought process of like, can't have one without the other type thing. I don't know. I want to say, I don't know. I don't want to put them down as victims, you know. I think we all have ancestral trauma. You know what I mean? Like something is happening
There's
here
a lot of
because
unlearning.
it's rampant. It's
There's a
rampant.
lot of
So
unlearning.
some things that, you know, all types of men, all ages, sizes, communities, race, background, culture, all of them, they all are out here. So something's the
We
problem.
need to invite some men on our next podcast.
I think
episode.
so. Let's talk
Okay.
about some. Let us know if y'all would love that, because
We
I
need
think that
some
would be
answers.
super
Yeah.
interesting.
We
need
got
answers to
questions.
some questions.
We need questions.
We need answers to some questions that we
Absolutely.
have.
Absolutely.
Because I most certainly want the most outstanding relationship. Like, absolutely.
Yes.
And that's possible. Like, there are a lot of woke men out there that are out here really putting in that work to be amazing partners. Yeah, I don't know.
We'll work on that. Tell us if you have any suggestions on who we should have.
Yes.
Or questions to ask.
Throw people
Or,
at us. We
you
love
know. Yeah, we're open. We're not just
Yeah.
gonna bash, but we're gonna call it like it is. So.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, everybody's circumstances are different.
If we're
but-
lying, let us know, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be
tell
real
us
with
where
us,
we
too.
wrong. Yeah.
It's a two-way street.
yes.
We're not trying to put ourselves on a pedestal.
No. We didn't do that.
No.
Or third person ourselves.
No,
We're not.
no.
We're not on that list.
No.
I'm Ashley.
Done with myself.
I'm done with y'all. That's who I am. I'm done. Yeah.
So,
On that note,
it was lovely. It was
Yes.
we
real.
love you guys.
Love talking to y'all.
And to the queen
And
and
you.
you.
So next time, guys.
Mwah.
Like and subscribe, comment and follow.